Good morning, children. Welcome to today's section. Today, let us discuss three programs by using functions.
See children, see the program to add two numbers through a function. See the first statement, def calc sum of xy colon. Okay, this is the function definition. That's why this keyword def. Okay, then s equal to x plus y return s. These two statements are the function body. And the main statements are starting from here. See, num is equal to num1 is equal to float of input, enter first number. Okay, so when executing this statement, you can give one number, that number will store into num1. And num2 is equal to float input, enter second number. So you can enter second number that will store into num2. Then sum is equal to calc sum of num1 comma num2. See, this is a function call statement. Okay. Here num1 and num2, two variables are passing to this function calc sum. So when executing this statement, the interpreter will jump to here. That is the function definition and execute these two statements. That is, suppose when we enter two variables or two numbers as 20 and 30, then 20 will assign to x and 30 will assign to y. Okay, then 20 plus 30, that is x plus y, will assign to s. They return s means 20 plus 30 is equal to 50 will return into this variable sum. Okay, then print the sum of two numbers is sum. Clear? So this is the logic of this program. Okay, first the definition, that is the calc sum function definition. See children, when an interpreter execute this program, it will just go through the heading and to ignore the heading, and the function, the execution will start only from this main function. Clear? So let us check what will be the output. See here, when we run the program, here you can enter the number 20. Okay, then enter second number 30. Then you will get the output as 50.0. Do you know why this 50.0? Because in this program, we assign these two variables as float. Okay, now I believe you are clear this program. Okay, let us discuss one more program. See, a program to calculate simple interest using a function interest that can receive principal amount, time and rate and returns calculated simple interest. You specify default values for rate and time as 10% and 2 years respectively. Okay, so this is a program to find the interest. Okay, here the default values set for time and rate. Rate is equal to 0.10, time is equal to 2. So this is the function definition and this is the body of the function. Okay, return principal into rate into time. Then the main function will start from here. First PRIN is equal to float of input and the principal amount. So you can enter the principal amount here. Then print simple interest with default ROI, that is rate of interest, and time values is, then SI1 is equal to interest print. So this is a function call statement. Okay, here we send only one variable. Okay, one variable of the argument. See, PRIN is an argument passing to this function interest. Okay, so this is the actual parameter. This is the formal parameters. Okay, see here SI1 is equal to interest print. So this print, suppose when we enter 2500 as the principal amount, this print 2500 will read into this principal. Here time is equal to 2, the default value is set for time, and also 0.10 will set for rate. Okay, the return principal into rate into time. So the computer result will send into this SI1. Clear? Then print RS SI1 means this statement prints the computer result here. Next statement, ROI is equal to float of input enter rate of interest ROI. Okay, here you can enter any rate of interest. For example, 10%, 8%, 12%. Okay, what is the rate of interest? That rate of interest you can enter here. Then time is equal to input enter time in years. Here you can enter number of years. Then print simple interest with our provided ROI and time values is. Okay, see here you can enter the values. Then SI2 is equal to interest print time ROI by 100. Okay, the principal amount you can send, time you can send ROI by 100. That one also you can send. Okay, then print RS SI2. Okay, so this is the function for finding this interest. Okay, the EF interest principal time is equal to 2, rate is equal to 0.10. Now let us check what will be the output. See, when you run the program, here I am running the program. See, here you can see one invalid syntax. That this is because here I am giving 2 parentheses. That's why. Okay, see here enter principal amount. Okay, here I am giving 2,700. Then simple interest with the default ROI and time value is 540.0. Okay, then the next statement is printed, that is enter rate of interest. Here I am enter rate of interest as 8%. Okay, the enter time in years 3 years. See here simple interest with your provided ROI and time value is 648.0. Now you get the answer for the given data. Clear? So this is the program to find the simple interest using a function interest. Now I believe you all understood how the function is working in this program. Okay, so anyone have any doubt, please clear your doubt in the live section. Please copy this program into your notebook also. Now I will explain one more example. See here, program that receives 2 numbers in a function and returns the result of all arithmetic operations, that is plus, minus, star, then divided by, then mod. Okay, so first the function definition, def ar calc of x1. This is the function definition. Okay, then this is the function body. Return x plus y, x minus y, x star by x by y and x mod 1. See here we are accepting only 2 arguments. By using these 2 arguments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values we return by using the return statement. See the main statement, main function, num1 is equal to int input of enter first number. By using this statement, you can enter your first number. That number will read into variable num1. Then num2 is equal to int input of enter second number. So you can enter your second number. That number will read into the variable num2. Then add, sum, mult, div, mod is equal to ar calc num1 comma num2. See here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 variables we send from here, or 5 values we send from the arcalc function. That's why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variables we use for the assignment. Clear? How many values you pass by using the return statement, that much variable you have to define here. Clear? Then print the sum of given numbers. You can use this add to find the sum to find the sub to find the difference, mult to find the product, div to find the quotient of, or you can find the division, then mod to find the modulus. Okay, so that 5 values you can print here. Okay, sum of given numbers, difference of given numbers, product of given numbers, division of given numbers, modulo of given numbers. Okay, now let us check what will be the output. See, here I am saving the program and run the code. See here, the statement form to enter first number. Here I am entering the first number as 50, then second number as 25. See, sum of given numbers equal to 75, difference of given numbers equal to 25, product of given numbers equal to 1250, and division of given numbers equal to 2.0, and modulo of given numbers equal to 0. That is 50 divided by 25 means 2, no remainder. Okay, that's why modulo of given numbers equal to 0. Now I believe this function is also very clear to you. Okay, so once again, this is the function call statement to find all the arithmetic operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulus. Okay, then to use this program, first you can read two numbers, then you can send these two numbers into this function, then you can return all the computer result into this variable. See, add, sub, mul, div, mod. Okay, either you can return like this or you can return by using a tuple. Okay, that means when you return this into a tuple, here I am comment this one and write one more statement. T is equal to AR calc. Okay, T is equal to AR calc of num1, num2. Okay, then let us check what will happen when we execute. So before executing, here these statements also and commenting these statements also. Then I just print T only. Okay, now let us save this program and run the program. So now I am entering the first number 50, second number 25. See, now you get the computer result as 75, 25, 1250, 2.0 and 0. You get the same result. But what is the difference? Here you get the answer as tuple. Do you know why? Because in this example, here we change the variable as T is equal to I calc num1, num2. That means the computer result, this is the computer result, this result will assign to a tuple variable. Okay, when you assign a variable like this, then this variable will treat as a tuple. So when you print this T by using the print statement, then you will get the result as a tuple. Okay. Now I believe you all understood how to use these functions by using different variables and also by using a tuple. Okay, please work out more examples from your home. Now I believe you all understood all these programs very well. If anyone have any doubt, please note down in your notebook and ask in the live section. Okay, see you again with another topic. Thank you.